Let's start from the top. Everyone's good. Tuesday, 1 o'clock. Be there a little early. Okay, if you're coming to my review session before, that ends at 12:30, so you'll already be here. We are in Gym A. Yesterday afternoon, I emailed everybody their seat numbers. If you haven't checked your school email, it's there. Okay. Also, it is up on Aspen now, so 2 different places you can find where you're sitting. All right, everyone good there? Please know your seat number when you come in. Don't come on up and ask me, where am I sitting again? My response will be, I hope you know your alphabet. Okay, that's my response, because I don't have time. I got to make sure you guys are all ready to go, seated, and nobody's trying to take different things into the gym they're not supposed to. Okay. Now, I know most of you guys are freshmen, so this is going to be your first experience. My test will be your first experience with midterms at the high school. So here's just a rundown of how things go. All right, right before 1 o'clock, you guys will all be outside of Gym A, probably chatting away. What's the distance formula? How many sides in a pentagon? Quizzing each other. If you're asking that question, by the way, you're toast. And then a couple teachers will come out. All right, everybody can come in. You're going to look for your seat number. Again, I'm assuming they'll set it up like they do every year. You'll have letters across the front of Gym A, numbers across the side wall. You find where yours intersected, you sit there. Okay? You know you're in the right seat because you will see a bubble sheet on your desk with your name on it. Okay? Everyone will have a bubble sheet. That's where part 1s go. Okay? In pen. Okay? Part 1 bubble sheets in pen. So you know you're at the right desk if you see your bubble sheet with your name on it. Good? Okay? Everyone will get seated. Make sure you leave all phones outside the Gym A or on the table that they'll have there. If you decide to keep your phone, it goes off and you look at it during the midterm, we will escort you out and you'll get a 0. Okay, that's a school rule, not my rule. Okay, so you're better off leaving it in a bag outside Gym A or on the table we'll have there. All right? And then once everyone gets situated, you guys aren't the only exam in there. There's going to be other midterms going on other than the honors geometry one. Somebody will get on the microphone and say, all right, it's time to clear your calculators now. All right? Now, this is not the middle school. I am not going to be that guy. Oh, let me clear your calculator. Good job. Absolutely not. Okay? We are going to practice clearing the calculator today, tomorrow, and Friday. So when that announcement is made during the midterm, you guys know what to do and you go. All right? I do not have to help you at all. So take your calculators right now. Make sure they're on. Okay, so the announcement's made. Go ahead, clear your calculators. Everyone see above your plus sign, you got the mem button. So you're going to go second mem, second plus. Okay, second plus. You're going to go all the way down to reset. Mine's number 7. And then here's the big one. Focus in. You got to go over to all. Scroll over to all. Not all RAM, all on top. All right, then all memory should pop up. That's what I want. And you want to reset it. And then sooner or later, hopefully, this screen will pop up. Either it'll say mem cleared or RAM cleared, depending on your version of your calculator. That is the screen I need to see as I start walking up and down the aisles in Gym A. Please leave that screen up for me. All right, I have 74 students taking this exam, so please be patient. I'll go as quick as possible to see this screen. Everybody good? Now, situation, I have to stop at your desk because you forgot the steps. All right, ready? I will remind you of the steps. Then I will remind all of Gym A why I'm stopped. All right, because somebody did not remember the quick steps of clearing the calculator. All right, everyone good on that? All right, not the step you want to start off the midterm with. Okay, once I go up and down, I give the okay, everyone's good. And then whoever's on the microphone will make an announcement, okay, you can start your test. And then you have how many hours from that point? 2 hours and 10? 2 hours and 5? 2 hours. And you're doing all your tests in pen, except for when you get to graphs or constructions. Everyone's good here, so I shouldn't have to pick up a paper that's all in pencil, right? All good? Now, a quick clarification when I say graphs in pencil. If you're going to graph anything on graphs, that's in pencil. Any work below it, any formulas, that's in pen, okay? Everyone good on that? So the only thing that should be in pencil is your construction and when you actually go to graph points on a graph. All right, that can be in pencil. All good? We're all good there? Okay, we'll clear them again tomorrow. Leave them out, though. You never know what we'll be doing. Okay, so that's all good. Everyone's good with their supplies. Midterm review sessions. Those are come and go as you please. Please do not feel like you have to show right up at the beginning and stay all the way to the end. You're more than welcome to, but it's a come and go as you please. Pretty flexible. All right. All I ask is that if you are going to come to any review session, whether it be after school this weekend or Tuesday morning, you come ready to work and have questions ready. Okay, because one, I'm not standing up here doing a song and dance, and two, this is not like a social gathering for you. It's an extra place to hang out with your buddies. Okay, this is a work session when you come to review. All good? If somebody has Miss Venezia for the other honors class, there's 4 of them. I have 3. She has 1. They're more than welcome to come too, but that's it. Honors geometry only. Okay, I'm not preparing somebody else for another exam. All right, you guys are my main priority. All good with the test format? All right, a couple people have been asking me coming to the review sessions after school, what's the toughest part of the exam? My opinion, it's the multiple choice. Okay, because let me put it this way. It's out of 80 points. All right, every multiple choice is worth 2 points. So let's say you get 5 wrong. How many points you down already? Now you got a 70 out of 80. It can go down very quickly on the multiple choice if you don't take your time. Part 2, 3, and 4, I kind of see those as you're going to read the question, you're going to know how to do it, or you're not. All right. But part 1 could get a little tricky with some of the multiple choices. So take your time on the multiple choice section because the point totals could go down very quickly on you. Okay. And those are all on a bubble sheet done in pen. 1 proof. I'm not going to say anything more than that. 1 construction somewhere in here. Part 2 and 3, there will be 1 construction that you'll have to do with your compass and straight edge. There will be another construction in the multiple choice. There's a question where I did a construction and you got to tell me what I did out of the multiple choices. All right, so if you want to say 2 constructions, there's 2 on there. Anything on the makeup? And then once I'm done grading it, I'll put it in Aspen like I usually do any test or quiz, and you guys can see it as soon as it's done. No curve. All good? Anything else on the details before we get grinding? Okay, let's get started then. Here's what I've been doing today. I've been finding out when kids come in after school to review with me, and there's been quite a few, so I congratulate you guys if you've been in already. Here's what I've been finding out, is that they just open up their review packet and start in Unit 1 and just start doing the questions. But out of the 35 questions, there might be 1 question from Unit 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you 3 topics that it can be starting points for your studying if you haven't started already. All right, 3 topics. I've looked through the midterm exam. I've created it, and these topics come up frequently. All right, do I want all your focus on these 3? No, but at least it's a starting point, guys, a starting point. All right, so here are some topics to look out for. First one, without a doubt, writing equations of lines. Okay, writing equations of lines. Putting something into y equals mx plus b. And we did all of this. If you want a reference point to look back at any of your notes, this was a Unit 3 topic, Unit 3. And specifically, parallel and perpendicular lines. 2 lines are parallel. What do you know about their slopes? And what about if they're perpendicular? Negative reciprocals. Can you write the equation for those? If I know it's parallel and going through a point, if it's perpendicular and going through this point. All right, there's a decent amount on there. Decent amount. So I just want to be aware of it so you can at least start somewhere with your study. The second topic I would definitely take a look at, partitions. This was a topic we did in Unit 5. And I say partitions because that was something brand new you've never seen before. All right, it was brand new, and I know something brand new goes away even quicker. All right, so maybe it's not as fresh in your mind, but there's a few questions on partitions on this midterm. And the third and final one I would start taking a look at, and I know it's recent, it's our last unit, but your quad properties. Okay, there's some questions on there where you're going to have to apply a property of a certain quadrilateral. And that was unit 6, the one we just completed. All right, so again, these are just starting points. Do I want all your focus on those 3? I better not be. All right, it better not be. All right, but that's at least some starting points, so you don't have to open up your packet to question 1, unit 1, and start it that way. I don't like that. I don't know, for some reason, I don't like that when you guys do that. Okay, look at the vocabulary first. Do I know the definitions? Can I draw the picture? Can I construct it? All right. All good here? Okay, also another, I don't know if you've been looking at Aspen at all. I've got to sign in. But if you guys are studying on your own, if you're doing constructions on your own, and you forget the steps, which happens, we've done a ton of constructions, and there's only going to be 1 on the test. I put that video link up on Aspen. So honors, midterm review, construction videos. And then all the videos we've done are up there. So if you are studying on your own, studying in a group, how do I do copy and angle? There it is. Okay. Some of these will not look familiar because we're doing it the second half of the year. Okay. All good? All right. So I just want to let you guys know that that is up there for your viewing pleasure. And now I will open the questions topics up to you. No question is ridiculous. All right. The worst I can say is don't worry about it. It's not on the midterm because I'm not going to waste your time. All right. So you tell me, hey, what about this topic? I'll either go over it or I'll tell you, don't worry about it. Here you go. For example, first question I got in period 1 today was, can we do an auxiliary line problem? Don't worry about it. Let's not waste our time because you're never going to see it. Okay. I'll worry about it when the Regents comes. Not going to see it. Okay. Kellen, you had your paw up there. What's up, boss? You got a page number for me, boss? Okay, page 11, everybody. Here we go. 10? Okay. AB is perpendicular to plane AE. Okay, let me highlight this stuff. By the way, speaking of highlighting, you can bring them to the midterm. I know I didn't put that on the list, but if you like to use your highlighters, colored pencils, feel free to bring them. All right, AEFG. So AB is perpendicular to that line. Okay. Which plane must be perpendicular to that blue one? Okay. Ready? Because AB, line AB is perpendicular to that plane, any other plane that contains line AB will also be perpendicular to it. Okay? Because these two are perpendicular, any plane containing AB will also be perpendicular. So this front one, this one to the left would also be perpendicular. I think only one of them is the choice, but there's 2 planes that would be perpendicular. Okay, so any plane that contains AB is also perpendicular to that one. Good, boss? Okay, nice question. Olga? Sorry, all I need is page and number. Which one page? 27. Number 4? This one here, 2 congruent to 3, 1 congruent to 2. Okay. That's already there. Okay, 2's congruent to 3. 1's congruent to 2. Got it. And we got to get what? 1 and 4? Yeah, okay, I got it. All right, everyone, here we go. Let's start with angle 1 being congruent to angle 2. Anybody identify the names of that pair of angles there? Charlie? Those are corresponding. Everyone agree? 1 and 2 are corresponding. And because they're congruent, what's that produce me? Parallel lines. Make sure you tell me the right pair here. Even though you can just tell by the diagram, but which lines are parallel? A is parallel to B because congruent corresponding angles imply parallel lines. Everybody good so far? All right, now that I have A and B parallel, anybody want to tell me about 3 and 4? Alternate interior, yep. So 3 congruent to 4 because now I have parallel lines imply alternate interior angles congruent. All right, I have a lot going on right now, and I got to get to 1 and 4. Okay, so I have 2 and 3, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Everyone see these 3 congruent statements here? I cannot get one. Could everyone agree? Can you pick 2 of them and just get 1 congruent to 4? No. So can you guys pick just 2 for me and apply substitution? Which one do you want me to put? The first, second, third? What do you want? First and second? Okay. 2 congruent to 3, 1 congruent to 2. What's substitution say? 1 is congruent to 3. That's substitution. And then finally, look at steps 3 and 4. 3 is congruent to 4, 1's congruent to 3. What do you got for me? 1 is congruent to 4 by substitution. 2 substitutions there. This is a beast of a proof. Had to know something, had to get parallel lines and then use them. Whew. Good little question there. All right, here we go. It's your show, guys. Your show. Again, also another rule. Do not flip through your packet and say, oh, that looks tough, let me ask him. Okay, that's going to waste people's time. All right, legitimate questions that you've thought about or topics that you've thought about that need some more explanation. All right, just not flipping through the packet and saying, that looks tough, let's do it. I'm ready, Al. If you're going to pick it out of the if it's a topic, then no. Okay. I don't know if any of that's in there, to be honest with you. I don't know if we put any of that in there. Let me just check. That's a Unit 6 topic. I don't think we did. Okay, I can make some up. Page 69, okay. Okay. Thanks, Riley. Okay, some of the interior angles of a dodecagon. Anybody remember dodecagon? 12 sides, yep. What's the formula to find the sum of the interior? Okay, so this would just be 180 times 12 minus 2. Thank you for that update, Emily. Appreciate it. 180 times 10. 1,800 degrees. All good? I'm not stopping there, Bella, because there's not something that easy going to be on there. All good? All right, let me make one up now. This is one that usually gives kids fits. And if I remember from that unit, a regular polygon has an interior, I'm going to go hardcore here, boys and girls, an interior angle of nope, I'm not going to do that. (165.6 degrees). What is the sum of its interior angles? Okay. Well, didn't we just go over a formula for this? Sum of the interiors. What's the sum of the interior formula? 180 times. Okay, we got a little problem here, right? What's the problem? Got to know how many sides it have. So there's the second part of this problem is how do I figure out how many sides it has? One interior angle is 165.6. How do I figure out how many sides it's going to have? What are you finding, Madeline? What are you finding? One exterior. All right, find the measure of the exterior. Why do I want to find the measure of an exterior? 180 minus 165.6. What is that? I don't know. What is it? 14 and a half. Why do I want to find one exterior? No, it's not 14 and a half. Why do I want to know one exterior then? Because I know what they all add up to, right? So the number of sides is going to be 360 divided by, I have no idea. Why do I have a feeling it's not going to come out to be an even number? Oh, yes, you did it correctly. 25 sides. Now where do I plug that 25 in? Okay, this is the level we're looking at here next week. Okay, this is the level. I'm not going to ask you for a Dodecagon. That's for darn sure. All right, this is the level we're looking at next week. We are right there, Phil? Hi. Anything else? Can we practice a partition? We can. You guys are the third class to ask that one. I believe, oh boy, it's in the 40s or the 50s, that page. Whoa, already got it. Page 54. Look at Sydney on the ball. Page 54. Your topic there, Riley. Go ahead. A through F. What do you got for me? Okay, everybody. B. Let me copy it out. Okay, here we go. So I'm going from negative 9.3 to 1.8 in a ratio of 2 to 3. First thing I need to know is this line segment I'm going to cut up into how many equal parts? It should be cut up into 5 congruent parts. Okay, so visually, if we want to see this, one, two, three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5 congruent parts. And I'm looking for the point that breaks it up 2 to the left, 3 to the right. So I'm looking for that point right there. Okay, everyone good? All right, I first start with my x-coordinate. And I say to myself, all right, if I'm at negative 9 and I got to go to 1 on the x-axis, how many total units am I traveling? 10 units, everyone agrees? All right, so 10 units. I got to divide that 10 units up how? By 5s, right? Equal parts of 5. So that means every how many units will be divided up? Every 2 units. So again, on the x-axis, every time I go 2, every time I go 2, every time I go 2, it'll break it up. But how many times am I going to go 2 units? Look at it's always that first number I'm involved with. So I'm going to take that number and multiply it by 2. 2 units twice. So I'm going to go a total of 4 units from your starting x-coordinate, which was what? So negative 9, you move 4 spots to the right. You end up where on the x-axis? Negative 5. So there's your x-coordinate of your partition point. Now we're going to do the same thing for the y's. 3 to 8 on the y-axis. How many spots? 5. Divided up into equal parts of. So that means every time I go up 1, up 1, up 1, etc. How many times am I going to go up 1? No, that's the key. That good thing we're reviewing this. It's always dictated by that first number. Just so you know, the 3 is for if we went from 1.8 to negative 9.3. All right, if I went from 1.8 to negative 9.3 and I started at that point instead, I always go with that first number. So I'm going to go twice. Okay, so how many total units? 2 times 1. I'm going to go 2 units. From what starting point? Where did I start on the y-axis? 3, and I'm going to go up 2, so you ended up at? So your partition point should be okay. You have 2 hours to take it. I'm going to predict 85% of you are going to finish early, which means you can check a lot of your work, especially a partition question you should be able to check. Here is why. You will have one of these attached to the end of your midterm. Scrap graph if you ever need it. This will be attached for you. I will not look at it or grade it. It's for your use only. What I would suggest on a partition problem is once you have your point, watch this magic so you are positive that you got the right one. Negative 9.3. So I'm going to plot negative 9.3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Not what I wanted. And what was my other point? A little help so I don't have to go up and down. 1, 8. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Graph both points. Make a line segment out of it with your straight edge. And you better hope the point you got for your partition lands where? On it. If it lands over here, you got the wrong point. Partition points are on the line segment. So I go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get out of here. Other than that line I just did. Better. There we go. Good? It's got to be on there. Got to be on there. Okay, if it's not on there, then we got problems. Other questions? Good question there. Partitions are good. There's a whole slew of problems there for you to try. Just a heads up. Some of them, though, will not come out to be pretty whole numbers. Just a heads up. Okay, some of them don't come out to be. Well, the ones on the midterm? I don't know. I do know, but I'm not divulging that info. Next topic, questions. You guys have done a decent job so far. Gracie.
When you're labeling the nets, how do you know like where the dimensions go?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Nice and simple. Relieve some stress in your life there. Once you said the word net, I have no idea what you said after. I knew my response is going to be, don't worry about it.
I hate it so much.
Okay. Thanks for the update. Anything else? Lucy, what's up? There's only one proof on the exam. There's only one proof, and that is a type that we have done this year, so that is eligible. Okay. If you want, in the next 4 minutes here, what I did period 1 is we went over all the different type of proofs this year. Not did one, but we just named them. Okay, so I'll go unit by unit. Okay, but I'm skipping unit 2. I know we did proofs there, but don't expect one of those from unit 2 to be on there, especially the last question, 6-pointer. So let's go unit 3. 2 types of proofs we did in unit 3. One was given parallel lines, and the other one was prove parallel lines. There's unit 3. Unit 4, that was our big proof unit. That's when we really got exposed to proofs, because we proved triangles congruent. What was our next day? Anybody remember? Right after we proved triangles congruent, what's usually the next step? Okay, so CP/CTC proofs. And then it got really difficult. Do you remember the proofs we did where we couldn't prove the triangles we needed? So what did we do instead? Instead, not give up. You went and proved a different pair of triangles. Remember those? Okay, so prove a pair of triangles. I know this is wordy, but prove a pair of triangles congruent by proving another pair congruent. Okay, so we were stuck. So we said, all right, we'll get back to you. Let's prove another pair, CP/CTC, to prove my original pair. Whew. And that was unit 4. Unit 5, we only did one type of proof. And that was indirect proof, yes. There's a whole bunch in your packet as well. That was indirect. And then the unit we just finished, unit 6, we did the given a quadrilateral, do something with it, right? Parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square, trapezoid, etc. We also proved a quadrilateral. And then Lucy, what was the other type? Coordinate proof, yep. Slope, midpoint, distance. So those are all the type of proofs to be prepared for. And again, don't everyone just starts freaking out when you hear the word proof. One question, 6 points. Okay, one question, 6 points. The construction depends where it is. If it's in part 2, it's only 2 points. If it's in part 3, it's 4 points. Yep. Okay, get after it. More questions tomorrow, please. More questions.